Hey there and happy Wednesday. I know this sounds like a repeat of earlier today, but I'm doing one of those rare double features today. I wanted to finish up the demos from Deb Warwick's party. So if you haven't seen that video, that's earlier today. And I actually changed tops so that if you're looking at the video and go by the color of what I'm wearing, I don't want anybody to think, oh, I've already seen that video because she's wearing that purple shirt or something. So I actually thought that through and changed so that it looks fresh and ready for a new card to kick off KQ Block's virtual stamp party. Hi there, Julie. Thanks for tuning in again. So Kay is just the sweetest. I'm excited to do her party. I always like to give a little background if I know the hostesses and such. So I just talked a little bit about my previous one, Deb. And Kay has been a hostess and a stamping friend of mine for a number of years and very special to me. She will often say, hey, which hostess could really use a boost before I order? And that way I use that code to help her party out. So she's always looking out for others, and I love that about her. So to start out her party, I'm gonna do more of a simple card today, but I love the card. And then the next two cards, I'm going to do more techniques with of her cards in the next couple days. But I have found that variety is good for you guys. I love that you get back to me with the things that have inspired you about what I've done about cards, because it helps me to know what I should focus on when I'm doing videos for you guys too, to give you inspiration going forward. So it's not always the same thing, and different techniques maybe are what you like or don't like. So today I'm gonna just do a simple layout, but using that really fun, busy sunshine and rainbows paper here. Hi there, Pam. And with that, this is going to be, like I said, probably the simpler of the cards that I'm doing for her party. But sometimes simple is good, because don't we all love ideas for quick and easy cards? So that's going to be my focus for today. And just know that coming up then too, that would work to... I got a text from my son now. I lost my train of thought. Sorry. He loves to cook, and he's asking me about a recipe because it's that time of the day. If only he knew I was live, I could answer his question a lot easier this way. But I'll get back to him after my video. Let me get started for you guys, because that's not your problem that my son needs help with his cooking skills tonight as he prepares supper. Okay, so here is the card. I love this sentiment. Thought you could use some sunny thoughts today. I love how it goes with this fun sunshine and rainbows free paper during celebration. So where the stamp set is coming from, the sunny sentiments, it's from the annual catalog. I love these big sentiments sometimes, especially when you've got busy paper like this. If you just had a tiny little sentiment, it would just get drowned out. So I think it's kind of fun to have big ones and big sentiments for that. And a lot of these are sunny, like a happy hello and just cheerful things. So this is found in the annual catalog here. So make sure that your cover looks like this. And then it's going to be on page 38. So you can see that there, and they have some great samples, and they've coordinated it with this other kind of sunshiny stamp set and some of these other spring tulipy things. And another thing that I love about it is look how fun that pops when it's embossed in white with some white flowers, and actually something that could be done almost similarly by changing out, you know, the paper or the color combination too. So I always get inspired sometimes just by opening up my catalog when I get ready for you guys. I'm like, oh, that gives me another idea for something else too. So how fun is that, right? And then the paper, of course. So from... Oops, let me get rid of some of these papers. Okay, so from Celebration, and I know I just showed something from there on my last card this afternoon. It is on page 8. So I've been showing lots of this paper, and I know some of you, when you've placed orders with me, you're like, that just wasn't on my radar, and now I'm seeing you do all these fun and cute things with it. And so even if like you don't like rainbows, who doesn't like sunshine? So I kind of thrive on sunshine. So that's where that's at. And this has lots of Oops, I think that's the packaging from the accessories I'm going to use. This has lots of different hidden sunshine that I almost feel like, you know, we focus on the rainbow part of this paper, but then all these have like, you know, the fun little hidden sunshine rays in there too. And not only would, you know, today's pattern, that's the one I preferred, but I almost thought about using this more of a solid print and doing something with this, but I just thought this had more pop to it. But this would be fun to maybe cut down into strips or something so it wasn't so solid, and then do something with that same type of sentiment. So yeah, I've been using this a lot, and if you remember the otters just last week, I think I used that. So kind of fun to pull out the same stack of paper and just show you new uses that can look totally different. So let me start by stamping the Thought You Could Use Some Sunny Thoughts Today. And so I'm going to pull out that stamp and then open it up with my Bumblebee ink pad here. And let me just set that aside here and ink that up and kind of center it over here. Nice and big and bright, so great for that. And then we can go ahead and get the cut and emboss ready. The dies that I'm using for this is the Layering Circles dies. Mine says framelets because they are literally that old when they used to be called framelets. So now they're just Layering Circles dies. But lots of variety in here, guys. So I chose the largest scallop circle to do the bumblebee kind of outline that mats it, and then the kind of next smallest circle frame to go inside. So if that helps you, and how I came up with that is I kind of just laid that on top of the sentiment and went, oh, that barely fits, and it doesn't get much bigger. So let's go with that. Let me just put my machine then over here and get out my two dies that I'm using and cut those out, and then just 2 passes through and we'll be ready. So stamping this first makes it really nice and easy to line that up and push that through. And then we just have the mat, like I said, this just fits like right in there like so. So I'm just going to use this one and trade out the bumblebee for that white that I had, and then just run this through the cut and emboss machine really quick too. And then we'll be done with our cutting. So set that aside. Yeah, so doesn't everybody love a quick and easy card? And yet I think this card adds a lot of pop just for the brightness of it in a fun way. So I'm just going to take the back side here and put some adhesive on it. And before I forget, when I went to look on the back side of this pretty sunshine and rainbows paper, then it said that the color that matches this actually is, let me grab a square piece of it here, is the Mango Melody, and it really does match if you look at this. So if I was using this side of it, I'd probably be matching it up and trying to coordinate as close as I could. But and you can see that the sunshine rays on there is the Mango Melody, but I liked, if you put that here, I just like the softer look. I thought this was a little bit sunnier and brighter versus looking kind of orangey, as if somebody maybe was in the tanning booth a little too long, type orangey, to go with this. But I love Mango Melody, so don't get me wrong, but I thought Bumblebee was just a better choice, and I felt like it just kind of was kind of the happy medium between the Mango Melody here and then the So Saffron that's used in these little rainbow arcs too. So I'm going to put that on, and then I'm going to next put my ribbon on. Usually I accessorize last, but I've been finding that when I have kind of a bigger focal point, I like to get my ribbon going next so I kind of know what I have left for space on the card front. And this is the Bumblebee gingham ribbon from the annual catalog too. I just used it earlier this week with the boots dies and tulips and such, and so here I am again using this. So you can tell it's spring because this definitely has a spring feel to it. Even though we're in February, even though it's very cold yet today, I think we're all ready for spring. So that's why I'm coming up with all these kind of spring colors and ideas. Hi there, Carla. So we've got that too. And then now I can just layer this on here. I want to pop this up. I wasn't sure if I wanted to pop this up or this up, but I thought it added more lift to the card in its entirety by lifting up the sentiment. So I'm just going to put some dimensionals, about 4 of these, on the back side of my basic white, and hopefully these will peel off. There we go. There we go. And then I can just add this to my bumblebee scallop circle there, like so. And I didn't feel the need to pop it up an extra time because I like it just like that. But before I adhere this, I'm going to even do more with my accessories, which is unusual. But I want to make sure that I don't cover up an opportunity, put it that way, to put these on. And I wanted to highlight the sunshine images with the opal rounds, and the opal rounds come in larger and smaller, and they debuted last year in the spring mini catalog, and they followed through into the annual catalog. What I love about it is it picks up a lot of different colors, and they're kind of like, I guess I would want to say almost like there's glitter inside there. So it's not like it's reflecting something in my craft room here or just by me holding it. There's actually little pieces of glitter, and I don't know if my camera will pick that up, but the glitter is within it. So it's kind of fun because I feel like the pieces of glitter have all these colors from here right inside there. So I'm like, oh, let's, use that and make it happen. So I'm going to pull out one of the larger of this and plop that in the middle of that sunshine ray, and then I'm going to use a smaller one to be the inside of this one, and then I'll have room for one up here too, in keeping with this being on the front and center. Like I said, if I would have just plopped this down, it probably would have covered up this one or possibly that one. So that's why I wanted to get these little embellishments on there first. And now I can take my adhesive and run that across the back of the bumblebee cardstock, and then just kind of center that like so. And then I thought, okay, let's still add more accessories, because isn't it always sometimes fun to be able to sneak some on without overdoing it? And that's where I pulled out the newer accessory, those brushed brass butterflies. They've been super popular. You get a lot of them, a little bit larger and smaller, size difference there. And so I'm going to use one of each. So I'm just going to take one of the smaller ones here and kind of put that towards the top, and then take one of the larger ones and just kind of have that down here. So it kind of adds a little bit of action. So these being kind of more subtle, I feel like it adds to the card. And the two accessories could be something that you might consider clashing because of this being a little bit more, like a sparkly thing or whatever, and these being the brass. But I just think that they go well together and highlight the sunshines. And then with these, it just kind of adds a little bit of nature to the sunshine and the rainbows and such. Now for the inside, I want to do something once again that can be a little helpful for to keep the card useful. And here we go. From that same Sunny Sentiments stamp set, a happy hello to you. I'm going to ink that up in that same bumblebee ink and just stamp that towards the top there for the inside. And what I'm going to do is just kind of place that in the card in the inside, so that when Kay gets this card for hosting, and anybody else that's ordered, which some have already, and I think it's great that you've ordered and I haven't even started her demos, that way if you want this, you could use some sunny thoughts today, a happy hello to you. If that's great, then you can just adhere it to the inside. But if you think, no, I want to make this a birthday card, or maybe even keep it blank, then I'll leave this loose so you can flip that over and personalize it however you want in your special way. for the inside. So leaving that loose like that will allow you to make it more versatile for your needs when you receive the card. Hi, Christine. Hello from Minnesota to Florida. Wow. This is probably better paper for you today than it is here in Minnesota. All right, so that is card number 1. Let me get some more light on there. Card number 1 for Kay Keelblock's virtual party. Let me get my camera turned around. So like I said, if you didn't know, today is double feature day, just because I needed to kind of catch up since I didn't do a video yesterday. So earlier today I did card number 3 for Deb Warwick, and this is now card number 1 for Kay Keelblock. So I wanted to kind of reiterate that so you didn't get the two confused and such with maybe how you might order, or just for ideas and keeping things straight, because a lot of you really keep things in mind for cards that you want to receive by ordering with the special host code, so that you get those ideas and such. Yeah, and Nancy, I did think of you too. Nancy and I were chatting on the phone earlier, and we always seem to talk about, like, not just her, but other people, like, oh, I didn't think I needed that paper. I didn't think I needed that free stamp set, and just how you can take products that really don't catch your eye at first, pair them up with something else that really does catch your eye, and how it all comes together so well. So yeah, so how you can get this card as well as the next 2 that I'll be making for Kay is by ordering using her special host code. A minimum $25 order will get you the 3 cards as a thank you from both her and I for ordering through her party. And I don't have the next 2 made up yet to show you, so it's going to be a secret, but just know that they will be new products from the mini catalog that I'm really excited to show you guys. If you need help ordering, just make sure that when you're emailing or calling that you say that you want this order to go through Kay's party. So minimum $25 order gets you the cards. It would take a $50 order to get the free paper. So keep that in mind too. Like if you're ordering through the party, you're already halfway to getting the free thing. So always something to think about that way. And I don't ever want anybody to be close with their order and not be able to cash in on something from Celebration, because that ends the end of this month. So I will be back tomorrow afternoon with card number 2 for Kay's virtual stamp party. Thanks so much and have a great evening. Bye-bye.